The tinny's not operational, unfortunately. We've got to get the fuel injection system fixed, so that's getting done next week. But so I thought, let's go back to the let's go back to where it started. Let's go back to the canoe. Anyway, she's been sitting in the paddock for some time now. She's full of leaves, spiders, ants. There was a little red-bellied black in there as well, and I pulled him out, so I sort of shoving him out with a stick. But yeah. See if she flies up without any maintenance, I guess. I don't have a bucket, but I'm sure if I just run it for a minute, she'll be right. So this is what we're using today, and we're gonna go somewhere a little bit different, somewhere I've always wanted to try. Something I've always wanted to do today. And it's nothing super special, but I've wanted to do this for about 20 years. So I'm going to go to a little inland saltwater lake and just pretty much see what's in there. So, fuel. Let's see how we go. This might take a while. Well, we pulled the carbie apart and cleaned that out. Cleaned the needle, cleaned all the bowl, the floats, everything like that. We sort of did the wiring as well. Went around and cleaned up all the wiring, put everything back where it should be, and then put some fresh fuel down it. So we'll see. See how we go. Let's put that camera there. Good. Camera fell. Anyway. We're going fishing. Look at the size of that. Absolute stonker brim. I'm the imposter. Absolutely massive. Day 2. We the motor shit itself yesterday. Had water in the fuel, so hence why it wouldn't work. And it was super windy, so it was really hard to paddle up to where I wanted to drift down from. So I ended up calling it. So we pulled the carbie apart again, cleaned it out again, and we're gonna get some fresh fuel and go again. There's no wind around today either. We could probably go out in the bay, but wind's expected to pick up, and I really want to do this, fish this inland lake anyway, especially after getting that really big brim. I want to see what else is in there, if there's any jacks or cods, or yeah, see what else is there. But anyway, we're going fishing. We're going to do this again. Take 2, I guess. Here we go. I got the young fella's car today too. He's working out at Dolby on the train lines. He got a job out there, so he had to borrow my 80 series. You know, I got the old Forester, the old Subi. It is an absolute shitbox. Righto, we're away. Finally away. Is it a jack? I think that's a jack. That's definitely a jack. Right, that's a mangrove jack. Look at that. face chewed off. Crabs. That's a big jack too. That's in the 50s. So anyway, jacks are in here. That's interesting. We're gonna get away from the smelly dead jack. But yeah, stench. So there's jacks. There's mangrove jacks. That was a very uneventful day. I was actually expecting some good results today, and it didn't happen, which is really unfortunate. Sorry about that, fellas. I can't really put out a decent fishing video this time around. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes sometimes. You think all the stars are aligned and everything. It was pretty bad in terms when you see like dead mangrove jacks floating around, and people have been throwing big clumps of dead meat at the little hobby ramp there to try and deter people from using it, whether it's the residents that live there that do it, or some of the fishos that sort of try and deter people away, or I don't know. Somebody may just didn't want to put their off meat in the wheelie bin or something. But I don't know, it's weird, it's odd. So the water was kind of stenchy, so I was kind of glad to get out of it, but I will definitely revisit that after a couple of good flush outs, because it is a tidal lake. So I think we'll go back to that one day, but not in the near future. Maybe in the middle of summer we'll go in there and try for some jacks. But anyway. There you go. First mangrove jack. It's small, but it's a jack. Yeah. Wow, that's so tiny. Smallest jack ever. Yay! Oh my lord. So anyway, we'll sit down. I'll have a bit of a yarn. This is actually session 3 of this video, and I don't care. It's like tiny. Your first jack is your first jack. It just means that you're going in the right direction. And I smashed all last summer. I didn't even get a video out because I spent 3 months just chasing jacks solid, and I never caught one. And it was just the most heartbreaking thing. And then to come out today, and I got the new rod. A rod specifically built for casting at jacks in small lures in jack territory up creeks. And man, it's so small, but it's so exhilarating. It's just my first jack. I just feel like I'm just going in the right direction now. I feel like I have the confidence to catch more. All you jack fishermen are gonna be laughing at me with this little baby jack, but a jack's a jack in my book. And I tell you what, for a little fella, they pull hard. I didn't realize how hard they pull, even for like a little thing. And this is why we sport fish. This is why we come out, because we want to have those moments where we're just, you get that, that's why we do it. That's why we come out. I mean, I haven't had that for ages. I got that with my PB flathead 2 years ago, a 97 flathead, and it was just like the most exhilarating thing. My first kilo brim, my first brim over the 40. I got that, and it was 20 years before I got that again. So my first ever big brim was 47 centimeters 20 years ago down at Macleay Island, and then I got one about 5-6 years ago at Victoria Point, and he went 43. And it was just that feeling of, my first brim on fly. It was like, just that feeling of, so good. And then my first jack today, I've missed that feeling for so long. I just haven't had it for a few years. Well, I mean, I had it a few weeks ago with getting my first brim on fly, but to get my first jack, I have confidence that there's got to be more around today too. There was another one there I was casting out for ages, and then shut up right next to the boat as I drove past him. I don't know. I'm thinking about throwing a top water on as well. I'm starting to think a top water might, I mean, get late in the day, but I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm just going to keep running. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, which is run these deep divers around the structure. I'm not going to go to... There's no need to go to skip casting because it's low tide and it's sort of, you know, I haven't got to skip into the mangrove, so there's no point in going down that direction. I'm just going to scout this middle of this creek and just look for structure to cast deep diving lures around, like underground, undercut banks and blocks and whatever else. Pretty much. But I want to go up this creek as far as I can, just have a look, see what's up here. I haven't been this far up for a long time, so I'm keen to have a look. I don't know, I'm just running my little shit at the moment. Casting in and around these trees, and this tide's starting to slacken off a bit too. Man, this massive storm been behind me. It's like a huge supercell. And it's probably like the best time to go and chase a jack is during that, but I sort of decided to like leave this creek about an hour ago and I've had to mosey up. It's taking me ages to get out of here because it's so shallow at the moment. And I wanted to mosey up another creek that I know is like got a lot more bait going up there, and the jacks have been bigger because I've checked it out during the week and I've seen some really big jacks working the bait, but you can't really get to them from the bank. So I'm kind of hoping that we can get to that creek and get up it, which is going to be another mission in itself. Hopefully start fishing that very soon, you know, like while we catch the edge of this. But I don't know, like it's a pretty big storm and I don't know if I want to fish it. You know, some days you just don't know, like sometimes you think you just, should I call it? And it's really weird because the storm's just there, but it's blowing northies, like it's just sucking the wind in like no tomorrow. You tell me like it's going to be a good one. So I'm thinking like we're going to get wet going home too, like even getting wet to go to the other place because it's like it's all white caps out there. But we're out of the creek now and finally in some deeper water. Look at this storm, man. I'll put this camera sideways. I mean, if you want to catch jacks, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So that's what the Arvo turned into. That actually give me a bit of a as you can see. So I'm glad I came in. But yeah. I ended up the engine overheated quite a bit coming back home. It was super shallow getting out of that creek in there, and I I ended up sucking a heap of mud up into the motor, and yeah, it just caused all kinds of issues with the engine coming home. So after just getting it back fixed and then having those kind of issues, so it was sort of like I couldn't go to the other creek. So, but we'll try again tomorrow. We'll try again tomorrow. If we haven't got like morning storms like this, even if our morning storms, like I'm happy to roll in there and have a crack. But motor's all flushed out and it seems to be pretty clean, so we should be right, hopefully, to have another crack in the morning. We'll see how we go.